You're putting in all the effort, training consistently, trying to eat well, but it comes to the weekend and things go completely off plan. The problem isn't just the weekend though. It's what happens when you fall off plan and your training, your sleep, and your diet takes a massive hit. Today we're gonna break it down into the 3 mistakes that guys who are trying to get in great shape do when they're trying to drop body fat and what to do instead. If you don't know who I am already, I'm Jack. I've helped 250 men get in the best shape of their life, dropping body fat, feeling fitter and stronger, building muscle mass, and feel like they're back like themselves, in control, and smashing life.
Mistake number 1 is the fact that you're not tracking your calories properly when it comes to the weekend. Here's what normally happens. You stay on track Monday to Thursday, but Friday night you have a couple of drinks, Saturday is a takeaway, Sunday is a roast, and you don't even track your calories because you're hungover and too tired to think about it. And you tell yourself there's just a few extra things, and what you think happens is that you do really well Monday to Thursday, think that Friday and Saturday is a little bit more freedom, but you're still thinking you're gonna come under your calorie target, whatever that might be. I've picked 2,200 as an average right now. But in reality, let's say that your Saturday and Sunday from the week before are pretty bad. And then you restrict yourself on Monday and Tuesday to be good again, which starts this binge restrict cycle that you're currently in. And so you try and do really well, hitting your deficit Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday's a couple of drinks with the lads after work. Friday's a takeaway with the missus. Saturday you're drinking, watching the footy or rugby, and then all of a sudden you're hungover as hell, and between Friday and Saturday you consume another 3 days worth of food that could be 3,000 to 4,000 extra calories on top of what you're already eating. And what this does is pushes your intake above an amount that puts you in a calorie deficit. And the takeaway that you thought was 700 calories is closer to 2,000. For instance, a standard pizza from Domino's, a medium one's gonna come in at 12 to 1,500 calories before you even think about anything else. And because you're hungover, you've eaten crap food, you barely move, putting you in no deficit whatsoever. And as we said, over-restrict yourself Monday and Tuesday because the guilt kicks in and you think you've got to tighten up even more. And because you don't plan any food Friday to Sunday for the following week, you're in this grab and go situation and trying to play catch up with your fat loss. To fix this, you've got to accept the reality that you have to plan your weekends and social events. This includes holidays. The guys that I coach, we even get them to track holidays within the UK. If you're abroad, take it relaxed, enjoy yourself a little bit. If you're in your home country, I do believe that you should still be tracking food even if it's a weekend away. The thing is, fat loss isn't about perfection, it's about planning the reality of what the situation has in front of you. You can still have social events, you can still have a few drinks here and there. But if you want to get in the best shape of your life, you have to accept the reality that you've got to track properly.
Mistake number 2 is you're undervaluing how important sleep is. Most guys think that fat loss is the key thing, but if you sleep like shit, everything else is going to struggle. 5 to 6 hours a night is just not enough. Or lying in on the weekend, your hormones, hunger, and performance just drop so much. A lack of sleep increases your appetite, dysregulates your blood sugar levels, and pushes you more towards processed food that are high in carbs and fat with little to no quality. You crave junk food, you push insulin sensitivity up, and you even lose more muscle mass and less fat when you're dieting. Not to mention the brain fog, the poor training, and higher perceived effort in the gym. You basically struggle more. And if you're drinking from Thursday to Sunday, that's only gonna make things even harder. Your sleep quality gets destroyed, even if you're thinking you're getting a good 8 hours sleep. Resting heart rate shoots up, REM sleep goes down, so you're not recovering well, and your body and brain barely get any real recovery. So to fix this, we need to protect that sleep cycle even more. Try and consistently go to bed within 30 minutes of your normal times, and waking up at the same time no matter what's going on. If you need to, get a nap in the afternoon, but only if you're really sleep deprived. Your fat loss and your brain depend on it. Mistake number 3, your training just isn't built for fat loss. Sure, you've added conditioning work in now because you need to get the activity in, but if your heart's not in a physically good place, you're not aerobically fit, you're going to struggle to drop as much body fat as you want. You need to be consistently doing some cardiovascular training throughout the year, no matter what phase of your fitness you're in. Lifting weights alone isn't gonna be enough to drive fat loss. It helps, sure, but most guys I come to barely do any conditioning work, or they run maybe a couple of times a month, but most of their training is stale. It's bro splits, chest and arms, back and biceps, shoulders and arms, skip legs, and before you know it, it's the end of the week and you're not anywhere further along with how you look and how you feel. And what this means is your heart rate barely goes up, you're not tracking your rest breaks, and training is lackluster.
So to fix this, we typically go for a full body training split with 1 to 2 conditioning sessions for the guys on the program. And if this sounds like you and you want to break out of that routine of binge, restrict, not focusing on your health and feeling stagnant with your training, apply for coaching in the link below and let's get you burning that body fat getting rid of the belly and love handles so you feel confident with your clothes off and have your clothes fit better. This helps us to hit regular muscle groups every single week so that training volume increases, but intensity doesn't have to be as high. With those conditioning sessions, we try and focus on one, which is a zone 2 work, so focusing between that 130 to 150 beats per minute zone, which is the ideal area for fat loss, as well as something which is a higher intensity training session. This helps to drive fat oxidation and lipolysis, so you're burning even more body fat. We then get all the guys to track their lifts. If they're not progressing throughout their training blocks, we're not gonna maintain and build muscle mass. And training is a tool. If we use it correctly, it's gonna really help to drive your performance and help burn even more body fat. So to recap, the 3 things you're currently doing wrong: not tracking your calories over the weekends and thinking you're in a calorie deficit even when you're not keeping your sleep cycle in a good regular pattern, and not training with any intensity, tracking your lifts, or adding conditioning work to your program. If you haven't done this already and you don't know what a training program could look like, go and watch this video here. Is a full breakdown of a full body split that you can run through, as well as a full training program that you can grab for free in the description of that video. And if this helped you in any way, shape, or form, please drop a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. As you can see, we try and put out as much coaching information as I can to help you for free to get in the best shape of your life. Hope that helps. Catch you in the next one.